Hi guys and welcome. I'm Jeanine, you're in my kitchen. I love to talk about food, cook food. I got a good recipe for you today. It's simple. I have said to you guys often lately, I'm into beans. Beans are very healthy for you. I went through my lentils. I got to put that recipe up there. Today, I'm trying a new recipe and I hope you like it because I think I'll like it. There isn't a bean I've met that I don't like. They're super healthy for you. Let me just get my bearings. They're super healthy for you. They're delicious. And I've been learning to eat them by themselves. What does that mean? I'm half Italian, and the lentils and beans we usually have as pasta fagioli with pasta and other vegetables. But I've been watching and researching and learning the benefits thereof and my new way of eating, meaning lower carbs. That's how I lost the majority of all my weight, lower carbs. So I have to have these beans without pasta. I don't want rice with them, and I want delicious ways to make them. So today we're going to do cannellini beans, which they kind of say, these are by Bush, and they're saying they're white kidney beans. So I'm hoping they're the size of a kidney bean, which would be nice and robust. I'm going to give you the base, and then you could do this with pretty much any bean because I'm going to. All right. I have the garlic waiting here. That's another healthy thing. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. We're not doing the garlic. Everybody squeezes it into the recipe. Everybody chops it right here fresh and then throws it in. The main property, I'm going to get the name. I think it's Allison, whatever. The natural, therapeutic, healthy part of the garlic happens when you chop it. I smash it, de-peeled it. You could chop it if you want, like a little bit or however you like. But the whole secret to getting the health properties maximum, let it sit for 10 minutes, they say. So now before I came on to do my video, I opened it. It's been sitting about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, okay? And what it's doing right now, it's releasing those healthy properties. The whatever you call them, the minerals inside of garlic, the chemical thing that happens. So you want to do that. Now, the base is olive oil. It's going to be garlic in a minute. Give me a minute. Let that stuff come out. Onion, red onion. Now, what I'm doing, maybe you want to do this too. I don't know how you chop your onion, but however you like. I'm not a big onion fan, so I'm going to take my mandolin. I got a red onion, and I'm just going to do a little bit, not too much. Hoping it gives flavor, but I do not like the taste. I like well-cooked onions fried in recipes. I do, but I've never done this, so we'll see. I think that's going to be it for my onion content. I'm afraid of the mandolin, are you? I'm going to tell you why I'm afraid. I've cut myself before on the mandolin. More than once, and let me tell you something. It'll take a slice of your finger, you need stitches. It's early here. Still having coffee. All right, I think the pan is heated. Let's get the garlic in there now. Release all your healthiness. Release your healthiness. I tell you what I'm doing so you can see because my space on my counter is limited. I apologize. Next, olive oil, garlic, onions. You could use a white onion, a yellow onion, a red onion like me. You can even use shallots. They're delicious. Okay, then we're going to add the onions next, as soon as the garlic starts getting a little bit head start. And then it's going to be tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. I have a mixture of two here on hand. I have these San Marzano, which need to be used first. They're a little bit bigger, and I think sweeter because they're redder. Okay, so we're going to use these. Oh, we're not going to use him until we wash him. Let's wash that one off. Okay. I'm going to put my mandolin in here. Let's put this. Don't you love the smell of garlic cooking? What do I need? I need a wooden spoon is what I need. I'll put it up a little bit. Let's add the onions. Nice and shaved. very fine. They're gonna cook faster because of that. I'm doing laundry, hence the beep. Benny, would you?
I got it.
Thank you. Real kitchen, real cooking. I always say it, because I ain't editing out a doorbell. All right, this is sauteing nicely. Smells wonderful. Now let's cut some tomatoes and get them in. And I'm going to cut them instead of leaving them whole. A lot of people leave them whole because this will help them cook down. They do look sweeter. I bought these for a salad, and this is just the end of the bag. It's going to be good. And this is good if you're a vegetarian, if you're watching carbs, if you want to eat lighter. And again, if you like pasta, you could add it to any of my bean recipes. Wouldn't hurt it. Would just make it richer, fuller, fatter. Richer, fuller, fatter. The only time I'm quiet is when I'm cutting. You don't see me talking and cutting. Learn that lesson too. Okay, I think that's enough. That has to saute a bit. Let them break down. Use a good olive oil, as I always say. It's important because that's where most of the flavor is going to be in what you're adding at this point. Garlic, onions, good olive oil. That's going to make the tomatoes taste better and richer. And again, olive oil is also very, very good for you. Vitamin E, good for your heart, good for lowering cholesterol. Lots of, I'm getting on this train. I'm not going to always cook those types of things, but you're going to get a lot of healthy recipes out of me. It's just a smart way to eat. I don't want to have issues with blood sugar or cholesterol, which I already have high. I had to get it lower. And it started the chain of events for me. I lost weight, want to get rid of the cholesterol high, that kind of a thing. Now my next battle is drink less wine. That is my what is it, bone of badness or whatever? Okay, that looks really, really good. Now, again, something else I'm learning, fresh herbs. People don't use them enough. When I see people cooking, in here I have fresh dill and fresh parsley. I'm gonna mince it up and add it to our tomatoes and everything we got going on here. Wonderful. Again, so many minerals in here and health properties that I can't even list them. I'm not a nutritionist. I'd have to go to research, but you do your own. Ask Alexa, what is the healthy properties of parsley, fresh dill? What are cannellini beans got that are great health-wise, and so on and so on. That's what I do. I ask ChatGPT or Alexa, or I go on the internet. And there's a Dr. Livinggood. If you guys don't know him, he's a doctor, a real doctor, and he has a channel, and he talks about all of these things and different ways of eating for healthiness. Very good stuff. So I watch him as well. Okay, I'm gonna add that in. Beautiful, beautiful. It's getting to become time for our beans. And then I'll tell you the last thing. We have dill left. We're gonna rinse out a little bit of the top of the can of beans, not all of the starch, because I want them creamy. Wow, wow, that's beautiful. I wish you can see it. Can you see that? All the red, parsley, and green. It looks like Christmas in the pan. It really does. Looks like Christmas. Fresh red tomatoes, beautiful green herbs. All right, let's take a little of the starch out. Well, I would say a little bit more than little. You know, get as much of it as you can out of the can, and then just don't rinse them with water. That's my plan of action here. See? I just not going to rinse them, but I got most of it out. And they're nice and big, sizable. We're going to get the last out of the bottom. Let's get a spoon. We're finished with our cutting knife. Now, that over there, there. This goes over here. Oh, nice is clean. Okay. Now, I'm gonna let this stew along. I'm gonna mix it in a minute. Throw the can out. All right, let's mix this and blend it all in. It's already a meal. Didn't have to do more than this. If you want to stop here, you can. Get yourself some crusty Italian bread. Even make some garlic bread in the oven with a little cheese on top if you want to beef this up and keep a little carbs. You know, you're going to give up the pasta. You could have a little bit of toasty bread, a little garlic butter on it, herb butter. Use more herbs. That's a good way to get them in there. I'm into the herbs now. Dry as well as the fresh. When you use the organic dry, they're good for you. I just saw a whole thing on one of the videos. Somebody said, they did a test. I don't know if they're true or they're not. About herbs and which ones are good for you and which ones are bad. Like the non-organic, different brands aren't so great. Like I stopped buying them from Dollar Tree. I used to think they were good. I stopped. I'm slowly, you've seen me do a video, I've slowly transitioned over to organic. I'm just focusing, guys. This really looks good, and it's the first time I've made it. Okay. Now, let this simmer a little bit more. The next thing to add, now here's where you can modify it. You like my recipe? Enjoy. Do it. Make it. You have another idea or you don't like spinach? Use what you like. Okay? Baby green spinach. Only need a handful or two of this to put in with the beans. More veggies. We're getting more veggies and it's getting delicious around here. I mean, for a simple little bean dish, it's getting good. Okay, let's put some in there. And you don't have to overkill, because I got a whole other recipe to use I want to make. I would say put a nice layer across the top, and then we'll blend it. We have a whole container left, so that's more veggies for dinner. Vinny may not have beans with me. He may want a piece of meat and something else, but that's the dish. Now we just let it all marry together. I may have taken a little too much starch out. I'm sorry, I have something on my mouth. Excuse me. I always have something, always have something. I'm gonna add a little water because I think I took out too much starch, see? So that's all you do. If you want it, you could use chicken broth, would be good. A bouillon dissolved in 1 cup of this, or the ones I'm always showing you guys that I love to buy and use. That little container that is a cup. They're a little pricey though. They are. Even for me, they get on my nerves. It's like $7.98 for 4. It's like $2 a little container. That's pricey. But you can't put a price tag on health, right? And this, my beautiful YouTube people, is the dish. Now, like I said, I personally am doing my beans, and more beans. I just had finished my recipe of lentils. Before that, I went through a batch of, that I had rice with the black beans I did. I had little portions of rice with that. They're very delicious. Now I'm up to the cannellini, and I'm gonna keep going through all of my beans because I think they're wonderful. We don't eat enough of them. They're so good for your heart. And they're simple. You can always keep them in the pantry. My pantry, you've seen in videos, is stacked with beans. I'm taking them with me to New York. Okay. When I finish this, I'm gonna do a close-up for you guys to see how beautiful it looks and whet your appetite, and hope you'll make them. And that's the dish, that's it. White beans, stewed along, and they're just fantastic. I hope you try them. Let me pause and then I'm gonna show you close up. Okay guys, here they are. They're stewing along. They're beautiful. And like I said, this would be fantastic with just some crusty garlic bread, a nice little bowl. You got your veggies, you got your protein, and it's delicious. And if you wanted to, you could put it on top of rice, would be wonderful, white or brown. And also, you can add any pasta of your choice to this dish. It would be lovely. Have a great day.